Yo, what is going on, guys? Dosh is Zoe here, and welcome to Streak It number 1. How to get the upgraded Paladin. So you guys are probably wondering what Streak It is. Streak It is a series that I started back in Black Ops 2. Effectively, it's a series where I show you guys how to get a particular score streak. Usually this is one of the higher ones, but this can also be any that people typically die 1 kill off. And I know how that feels because it can be kind of piss taking. But what I do is I show you guys a combination of other score streaks which I think work well together to ultimately get the score streak that you want. Obviously throughout each episode I give you guys tips and tricks during a walkthrough of my gameplay of myself, showing you how I got the score streak. So first thing what we're going to do is go straight into the class setup and I'll explain why I chose each bit. Now for the class setup, I recommend you use a weapon that you're really familiar with. For me it's the ASM-1. I really like this weapon even before the patch, so I'm going with that. And what I'm going to try and do in this Streak It series is try and use weapons that people, well, I'm going to try and avoid elite weapons, to say the least, because not everyone gets the elite weapons, and you know it's just going to be difficult. There won't be much point in doing this series. So I am going to use a variant of the ASM-1, which is the enlisted variant. In particular, it's a reliable edition, and you know it's okay. You know it does what it needs to do. You know, accuracy has been bumped up with this one, and I think the range has been decreased as well. So you know it's a fairly good weapon. But yeah, let's start on the left hand side. The ASM-1, the attachments I'm using for the ASM-1 is a suppressor. I usually like to run with the suppressor because you know I don't really like to be shown on the map, but you know sometimes I do like to run without it. But in this particular gameplay I run with it along with full grip. I mean the ASM-1 already has quite good accuracy, but with a full grip it will be much better. But I do think you can use something else other than full grip. I think you can use the quick draw. Quick draw is also a good alternative for the thing, or parabolic suppressor, or is that what it's called? Something like that. You guys probably know what I mean. But yeah, that or the quick draw is probably a good alternative if you're sprinting a lot as well. Now for the secondary, I don't actually run a secondary. I never run a secondary, in fact. Reason is because I think it's kind of a waste out of the 13 slots you get, because there's always going to be guns on the floor which you can pick up. It may not be the one you want, but it's going to be quite a good gun because otherwise people won't be using it. So and in fact if you get an assault rifle, then it's going to be like using another point from your 13 thing for using an assault rifle, using your primary gun as your secondary as well, something like that. So it doesn't really matter. So I never run a secondary, and obviously no attachments for that. Now down to the perks, I usually always run lightweight because I like to be flexible. I like my player to be flexible, and you know that's the only way you're going to be able to return gun fights and all that, because otherwise you're just kind of slow moving and all sluggish and all, so I just don't like that. Low profile because I'm using suppressor as well, so I want to be off the radar for UAV as well, obviously. And blind eye, I've got blind eye on. I guess you can use cold blooded as well if you want, but for this one I've got blind eye on to get away from all the air attacks and all that. And hardwired is, I think, is a must. It's definitely a must. People have system hack on all the time. In fact they have it stacked up, so they have one ready when their first one goes down. So hardwired is really essential. So yeah, and blast suppressor, I've got that on as well. That's really up to you if you want that. I think I would switch it over to scavenger as well. Maybe at the time I didn't have scavenger unlocked or something like that, but I'm not really sure. But blast suppressor, you can have that if you want, or you can have scavenger on, which I would recommend. Exo ability, don't use that. Exo launcher, don't use that. I prefer perks rather than all the shit you have there. But score streaks. Score streak is UAV at 500 points. Now I've got the speed unlocked on that, and also the extra points unlocked on that. Usually I would run UAV at around 800 points because I like the threat detection as well, but for the purpose of this gameplay, and not everyone might not be able to get go on like an 8 kill streak, or be able to get 800 points, so I brought it down to 500, and I think this also works well. So UAV with speed and extra points, because you want to be stacking up those points even when you're not doing any shooting. And the second one is system hack, obviously, because primarily you want points, you don't want kills if you want to get the Paladin, because Advanced Warfare is a score streak based game. You want to be getting scores, points, whatever. So system hack is the second one, and I've got the exosuit disability on that, so they can't jump around or use any of their exo movements when that's unlocked. The extra points on that, and also flash is actually can be helpful. I've also noticed that it can be helpful in tight situations. It has helped me. The Paladin, the upgraded Paladin with the extra stuff, I've got extra time on there, which does help. I think it's about 50 seconds or something like that. I don't know what the usual one is, don't remember. But and I've also got sleight of hand, which is also speeds up reloading time, which can be really useful. It can get annoying waiting for the thing to reload, and I don't think it's been like that for other Call of Duty, so that's actually really helpful for the reload time. But yeah, that's basically it. I'll show you guys a whole summary of my class setup, so you guys can take a look before you go into a game. But yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys in the gameplay. Now for the gameplay, we are playing on combat, and we are playing domination. Domination is one of the best game modes to get a lot of points, which is what you need when you go for large or high score streaks such as the Paladin. I'm using the ASM1 as mentioned in the weapon guide that I showed you. Really good gun. I would either use this or a gun that you're really familiar with, especially because this gun's been bumped up, buffed in other words. But yeah, I died right in the beginning here. Don't know what to say. The guy shot me, had first shot on me, so gave in. I was like, alright, let's start again. I do in fact get 2 Paladins in this game, but I'm only going to show you one to avoid this video being too long. And I think one should give you guys enough information as to what you should look out for when you're going for a Paladin. So here I'm capping a flag, got 200 points, which is really rewarding just to cap a flag for like what, 2-3 seconds. And definitely domination is one of the best game modes. Now B is a really dangerous place to go on this map. What I do here is to have a quick look when I go past it. Can't see anyone, but I'm still not going to go in, because as you saw I got shot there, so definitely don't go in there for too long. Now here, Advanced Warfare have implemented new symbols in the mini map. This is a red dot with a line above it. This means that the guy's using an unsilenced weapon and he's above you. So I'm here thinking, alright, he's in the air, he's going to come back down after fighting my teammate. And so after doing so, I was like, okay, I'm going to go around. Let's see if I can catch him. Saw him there, hit fire straight away, because I want to get my bullets in him so he gets some damage before I actually aim down sight. And that's been brought forward from previous Call of Duty, so that's definitely go for that. Now over here, I see a red dot on top. Take that to my advantage, shoot him and get back down. You don't want to be in people's sights all the time. Be down, hidden, because I'm using a silenced weapon, so that's what it favors, to be hidden and ninja-like, I guess. But I wouldn't advise you going and staying on top of that building. I know a lot of people do that, but honestly don't, because there's going to be people coming at you from all directions, so that is definitely a downside. Over here I'm just roaming around the buildings and trying to look for kills. I'm really close to my system hack, but over here the guy's in the air, and I'm here thinking, alright, just reloaded, let's cancel that reload, cancel, and that's what I'm doing. I press the sprint button, and then I see, and I'm here thinking, alright, the guy's in the air, he's most likely gonna boost slam in my face, so I'm being prepared. I'm gonna go look down straight away as soon as he does that, and that's what I do. Now you saw there that I meleeed the guy. That's, especially when you're using the tactical layout, that can be really difficult to do, because as soon as you reach out for that B or the circle, you lose control of the direction. You use directional control basically, and that can be kind of like leave you helpless, because you can't really position and aim where you want to actually do your melee. So that can be kind of difficult, but what you need to learn to do is to melee when you can, especially if you're using tactical. I know that if you're using the default layout, then it should be pretty easy for you, because you just tap the right analog stick. So that's it. Pretty close to my Paladin right now, really close actually, and I'm just really scavenging for kills. As you can see, I'm doing a lap around the map, being as safe as possible, and the building that you see in front of me right now is quite good. You don't see a lot of people going in there, and there's quite a few places that you can, you know, sit back. All right, let me get my thing, and at this point I'm really hoping to get an easy kill so I can get that gameplay for this streak it. And there you go, got my Paladin. Obviously this, you know, I wouldn't recommend doing laps all the time around the map, because that can be kind of risky. You know, you don't know what you're gonna be up against, but obviously if you have to, then you're gonna have to. But you know, that's it. That is basically, I do end up getting another one, but that is about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. The next one is gonna be on a Warbird, but yeah, that is about it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to give it a like if you want more of these streaking videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks a lot for watching. See you guys later.